It's okay.
Yes.
We look very similar in person. So how was your week, bro? Good.
I don't. Yeah, it was fine.
Anything special? What? Anything you did with English? You had any approach with English?
Um, this week, no, this was really very, I don't know, light. It was we had a lot of work, but it was only just office work. I don't have to see anybody in especially. On Monday, I had a meeting with a client. So she's from California, I think so. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, she has to be there and just sign some documents and but on Monday maybe the next 2 weeks from starting on December until yeah, the first 2 weeks on December, I expect that there will be a little harder because it's the end of the year, so everybody
Oh.
wants to close all the deals, so who wants to close everything else. So by the end of the year,
Okay.
so that's maybe it will be a little rough and tough, but yes,
Okay. I
uh,
like it.
yeah,
I like it because for most people is quiet, no? But for you probably the end of the year is a little heavy, but you're going to take some
yeah.
vacation, right?
Not really. Maybe on January. I don't.
But
I'm
one
not.
week
I'm not
vacation, no?
sure. No, I don't have. No, we don't close or anything.
You don't
Just
close any. Ooh, oh.
no. Like it's everybody wants to close. So well, wants to finish all the pendings on by the end of the year. So they try. It's some most of the cases are the last 2 months are very heavy in the office,
Are
but
probably your busiest.
yeah, maybe.
Huh.
Um, yes, it's like January it's a little light, but it's still really heavy
Heavy?
and well. Yes, I think all the this year all the months were very heavy. But it's I think it's good for the business, so it's okay.
All right. All right, so that's good. Do you work by commission sometimes?
Yes, if I bring in a
Okay.
client, it's I had a commission, and
Okay.
well, sometimes the fur well they give us some commissions or some bonus. So I don't know. It's uh
Okay. I like
but
it.
yes, yeah,
All right. Good, good, good. Very good. So okay, this week, I don't know if you heard, I don't know if you saw, there was a lady going, okay, there's a pyramid in the south of Mexico in Yucatan, Chichen Itza,
yeah,
the Mayan.
uh,
Do you know what happened?
yes. I saw a video that is a lady was climbing the pyramid. I think
Right?
it was forbidden. Um, and no, I don't know why she did it, but she did climb, and then every I saw this video when she was climbing, and then the video that I did think the security was taking
Her
her
down.
out of the
Her out.
yeah the pyramid, and everybody was I don't know just yelling at her, and they were throwing things at her. I don't know. Well, I think they did a wrong thing, but I think it's I don't know. You don't have to be so rude with her because oh, well, maybe not throwing things or yelling at her. I don't know. I will do it. I wouldn't do it that. So that's something that I just don't feel comfortable on.
You wouldn't do it.
Maybe
But
no.
yes, of course. No. Plus, it's a woman, no? That's what you think. Well, that's what you see.
No, 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 it's not because it's a woman. It's because it's a matter of values. I don't know. It just you have to be respectful. It's why you have to yell it. It's just, but because you are being the Uh, well, the person that it's not really well educated, that's I don't think that the fact that uh, you are I don't know, yelling at her or saying some rude things because of that, they don't do you a better person. I don't know. They don't make you a better person.
Wait a minute.
That's something that it's so. And for me, it's not polite. For me, it's really really rude and really I don't know. It's I had a word in Spanish, but I think it's very offensive. No, it's not. It's not. It's that maybe I don't know if you have the silver in English. I call it it's naco. That it's something that's for me something is
How would you say
just
that,
like
Nissan?
Which one?
Naco.
Uh,
yeah. What could be the similar I don't know word or term that could be in English?
mm,
Um,
I don't think there's
there is one.
quite
There's
an
a term.
quite an equivalent. Yeah, no,
Okay.
You could
because
say
like
that's low. That's cheap
local, yeah, low
in
class,
that case.
yeah, low class,
Oh,
cheap.
Yeah, low
low class.
class.
Yeah, I mean the
Okay.
word naco is pretty unique because it means
Yeah,
many
I know.
things at the same time. But this
Yeah,
woman,
keep talking. It's just the video.
I don't know much about this woman except that she had this entitlement that made her think that she could do that, which was pretty disrespectful to the place and the people in general. But I do think that I just saw a clip where people are shoving her and stuff like that. I think is that
Yeah.
she shouldn't have done that. But I think I don't know, man. Like the people's reaction was a little bit, just a little bit too much.
Exactly.
I would say too much. I would just say a little
Huh?
bit too much. You're not sharing the sound. What are they saying?
No, I'm not sharing the sound.
Okay, okay.
I don't want to
Let me,
share
let
the
me, let,
sound. Why should I? I
yeah, because
should.
because I never saw this one. I mean, I never saw her speaking. I don't even know if she was. Where was she from?
Oh, what she was saying? Never
I
heard
think
that.
she's Mexican.
Is she Mexican? Okay, you
Well, I just saw some comments on the videos that
can you
she
hear? Can you
it's
hear the audio?
No,
no.
No, you can hear. I think I need to reshare the screen. Okay, hold on.
no, you
Yeah,
probably have
because
to.
Lady Lady Kukulkan.
or
That's how
something.
they.
No,
That's how they're calling
I
her.
didn't know
that's how
that
I would call her. I don't know how. I don't know.
Right.
She's lady something.
that was
Kukulkan,
her
Lady
nickname
Kukulkan.
on Instagram.
Venía con una
Lady
familia, ella
Kukulkan.
está mal de la cabeza y la
She crazy. No, somebody pulled her hair
Well,
like that.
yeah,
Oh,
exactly. That's why you
crazy.
have to do that physical approach. I don't know, it's something.
Right, exactly. Like
Uh,
they, I understand people are feeling disrespected and whatnot, but I don't think they had to touch her.
Yeah, there's
I mean, I think
exactly.
even the water is fine. Yeah,
No way.
but touching her, like shoving her, pushing her like that,
I think it's a
I
little
don't
bit
like that.
it's a little hypocrite, But because I think everybody I don't know
what?
these do things that it's are not really respectful. And I think that the people that
Yeah, we
throwing
all break the
things
rules.
or they're Yeah, no, but people that just threw things to her, I think they are maybe they are
I
worse than
like.
that. I don't know. But well, I don't know. I said,
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh, this lady really got her. Look, till she defended
yeah,
herself. Yeah, that's right. Look, I I don't know. I have a whole different approach, guys. You want to hear my point of view? Because look, this lady it
you know why?
doesn't look very young
Well,
either.
sorry. Okay.
Yeah, tell me your comment.
No, no, no. It was your question about
Say
why
something.
she
You were
did
gonna say
that.
something.
Why did she do
Okay,
that?
I
I
think
don't know.
that's a before.
Okay.
That would be the before, and then we already saw the after. Of course, there's more after, which we don't really know, but the event, the happening. You know, I
Yeah.
see that somebody broke the rules. Not even the community rules, the social rules, probably even the legal rules. I don't even know. You know, but somebody broke the rules, right? Now, when you break the rules, sometimes you're unconscious that you're breaking the rules.
Yeah.
But when you are conscious that you're breaking the rules, you yourself are entitled to give yourself the punishment. So you break the rules and you say what's your punishment. That's the way it is. Because if that's the way it is, I would say, oh, I will break the rules, but I want a limited punishment. I don't want nobody crossing my line. I can cross the line, but I don't want nobody crossing my line because I do have lines, you know. So when I cross your line or anybody's lines, just don't cross my line, please. That would be following your train of thought, Richard. My train
Okay.
of thought is that anytime you forget about moral human laws, anytime any entity breaks the rules, there's always, even if they don't break the rules, every anytime you have an action, you have a reaction. Anytime you do something, there's a consequence, you know? Sometimes we don't like the consequence, sometimes we don't foresee the consequence. Sometimes we didn't even know we had consequences, but we are adults, so we know.
Yeah.
So when you expect the consequence to be under control, it's a fantasy, Richard. To me, it is a fantasy because you never know what can happen. From nobody saw me, everybody saw me, nobody did nothing. I'm going home. Nothing. From there, from that to you got your ass killed for crossing the line. Anything could happen, you know. And I think I have the feeling because of her age and her reaction towards the multitude. Uh, I know. I think she knows. I think she knew that this could happen. You know, and our generation. I think this is where generations come into play. Like younger generations have, and I don't mean any disrespect. I just think I have a point. I think the younger generations go put their hand inside the lion's cage. Our generation, we go inside the lion's cage, and if he bites, we'll go back and tell our friend, "Yo, my man, shh, he bites, bro. He almost cut my hand, or he look. I lost my arm because one day I was stupid enough and I put my hand on a right there, where, and then I think the younger generation's approach to this situation would be like they put their hands and, hey, no, lion, no, 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 don't be a criminal because I kill you. Don't, and then they don't want the consequences of natural of life, you know, because anything can happen. They always say, no, okay, it's all right that you cross the line, but come on, you cross the line. You see what I'm saying? That's my
No.
point. No, I think
What
she
the
crossed the
hell are
line
you talking
and
about?
she knew she crossed the line, and she took it. She ate it all. Okay, yep. But I did cross the line first. Ooh, anything that is not too bad for her until she feels threatened, she punches. And nobody really goes off at her because exactly, it's still controlled. But if you have the opinion that this was too much, I don't think it was too much because she wouldn't have been in this situation in the first place if she hadn't crossed the line.
Okay, let me ask you this: if you had been there, right next to her, w- would you have done the same?
You
Would you have been
Oh,
pushing her, pulling on her hair and stuff
I
like
would
that?
personally, that would become something personal. That wouldn't be life. That would be my interaction with her. In that case, that's a different perspective.
Oh,
And
it's different now.
oh, you know it because I'm not the multitude. I'm not. I'm. It's person to
But,
person
but why wouldn't you do it personally as an individual? Why wouldn't you do that?
because that's she didn't do. I'm not. I'm not entitled to defend
W-
myself because she hasn't done anything to me.
Okay, so doing it would be a little bit too much.
No, it would just be off because I cannot attack nobody that has previously attacked me.
It wouldn't be fine.
What?
It would not be cool.
No, it wouldn't be cool, fine, legal, allowed, logical. No, it wouldn't. I would actually try to walk away from that situation.
But
Say,
since
ooh,
it
ooh,
was
ooh.
an angry mob, then it's fine.
I don't think it's fine. The whole thing is fine. Somebody crossed the line. They got what they got. Perfect. That the
okay?
beginning and the end
It's fine.
is fine. Only the punishment, I don't know. I think it was too much. But the beginning and the end, it was like, oh, it's all right. It's all right. I don't think there's not a bit wrong. Maybe Richard, you have a point.
Man, you need to watch that clip again some other time. I am gonna say before Richard tells us how he
Yes, go
feels
ahead.
that I do agree on the fact that apparently, yes, she seemed like she knew what she was doing and she took it like a champ.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely. Her attitude was like, yeah, I did it, and yeah, you guys are mad, and she held her head up,
You can cross the line
and
now because I crossed the line, but you can cross the other line because that's come on, you're crossing the other
because the
line.
moment she got slapped, she hit back, and I think
Right.
that was legit. I mean, I think that was, yeah. I mean, yeah, I I respect that. Yeah.
Richard, tell me.
Uh, no, I think I see your point. It's but it's like you're approving like public execution, like
I'm not
not
approving it.
everybody is. Well, but you're
I'm
saying that it's
understanding
fine,
it.
but it's almost the same. It's almost the same as approving it. Well,
And
it's okay. It's
understanding?
okay. There is a That's I don't know. For me, it was really too much I know that she did wrong. That it was written. I don't know. It was the pyramid. It's a monument. It's something historical that you can go there and climb. I think That's the whole idea. It was not allowed, and she did break a rule, and has to be punished because of that. I understand,
Let's answer the
but
question.
let's
Why did she do it in the first place? Why do you think she
that's
did it?
I don't know. Maybe like
Let's
I don't know.
speculate.
Maybe she was suspecting that she was looking for an adventure or for an experience to tell about. Maybe she was just I don't know. I had money. I just go and what? It's not really. Well, I don't know. Maybe it is, but it's not really a felony. And just I just go a fine and just
Pay a
that's it. I
fine,
just put the
right?
money and then exactly that's it. Then I just paid it and the consequence will be not so much. And
I paid for
but
it.
yes, yes, and just and I think, but I just telling you that what I was not really agree on was on the reaction of the people because it's a public
Not good
execution that
taste.
yeah because that exactly just why you have to
I
pull
agree.
her or throw into or yelling at her what was the well I don't know well I wouldn't do that
As a
it's like
person, right? I
yes, exactly.
understand.
As a person, I will say that's really bad. That that
But
I
imagine
don't know.
the people, you know, is a tiger. What could have happened if she dared to do the same thing? Just cross the line. Imagine it would have been a tiger. It wasn't a tiger, but it was at least 108 or 80 people, at least
Mm,
10, 15 of them really mad from life, right? And then that was the moment where they just blow up on her. It was the perfect chance, right? We are a mob. That's cowardly. I'm not justifying that. I'm not
okay,
justifying cowardly acts.
okay,
I'm just
exactly.
saying,
That's really what.
I'm
you know,
curious, but isn't it possible that maybe she didn't know? Because like last time, I haven't been to these archaeological sites like in I don't know, 20 years. But last time I was there with my family, I did climb on a pyramid
so did
because I
I.
didn't know what I was doing. There were no signs or anything. And yeah, security, one of the a cop, I don't know what he was. Uh, he yelled at me. He was like, What's wrong with you? What are you doing?"
Mm,
And he made me calm
I
down.
know,
I had no big consequences because I guess they knew I couldn't have known because there were no signs.
I
mm,
So
know.
now I don't know. I'm guessing maybe there are signs, but maybe she didn't see them,
Well,
or
back in the day, there were ropes to help you up. You know,
right,
when I was a kid, I had to do. I was able to do that.
right,
Move that. Then they started, prohibiting sometimes this and that. Like only
right.
Mondays or I don't know. Some days you could go, and then exactly they didn't put in. It wasn't clear. Like, but is the whole point of coming to Chichen Itza is to climb the damn pyramid, right? So, but one day they
Yeah.
said no, recently they put a rope around it. There's
Ah,
another
okay, okay.
video where
Right,
she so there's a TikTok going on being recorded, and then this guy is posing and thing, and the girlfriend is saying, "Hey, look at this girl lady in the back," and then you can see in the background this lady pulling up the rope, going under it, and then looking like nobody's looking,
oh, so she
and then
knew what
going
she
up.
was doing. All
she
right.
she dared to do it. That's why I'm saying, what if it would have been a crocodile or a lion? You know, she would have gotten bitten. She might have lost her life. That's why Americans lost their lives, like lose their lives like so crazily like that in other countries, because they do go beyond that. So I think it was, it's just what it was. Sadly, it happened in Mexico, and it does show that there's a lot of frustration in people that, like, I understand the yelling, I understand the whatever, yeah. But I
okay.
don't even understand the water thing.
I think it was funny. I mean,
That and the pulling hair. I don't know. However, the
Yeah,
whole
right.
picture is good. If had it happened to a younger person, maybe the whole generation would have been, oh no, but why, But older generations, we take it as it is. We don't
Yeah.
really cry about it, really. No? Anyway, so that's one. Do you have an extra comment on that? Do you have another topic to the table? Because there's people commenting here. Oh, ex girls dating online.
Yeah, today, let me send the link to Oscar because Oscar
That's
said
crazy.
last Friday that he was going to join us today to make it spicy. Because actually, we ended on an interesting note
Oh, no,
last time.
yeah, I remember. Mhm.
What the hell is this? Okay, now I'm not gonna share it. Let me just send Oscar the link.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, so we can, cause
Richard, do
cause
you
I
remember
think
what?
that was
Do you
what.
remember? Sorry, Richard. Do you remember what the last? Uh, what was the last thing we were commenting on
Uh,
last Friday? That we were like, oh, this is. We have to do this next Friday with Cam.
I think it had to be with the maybe I just well I think it was related to physically punish our kids or something like that. That it's like we're allowed or it's not, it's good or it's bad. It was what I
Okay,
understand
I
on it.
remember. I remember.
Yeah, you remember that that's what I understood
Like
about
that?
the conversation. And yeah, because you comment something about someone that someone said that I
Yeah, I
don't
did.
remember
Yeah, I did.
the
Yeah, I'll bring it up. Let me just. I can't find Oscars.
Okay, so do that,
Uh,
and then you bring that up after I mention what I want to mention.
all right.
It's
Yeah, sure.
the soccer World Cup. Do you follow it, Richard?
no, not at all.
You
I
don't like
just
soccer at all?
no, not really. Just no, and this was the last game from of Mexico was on business day, so I was working, so I couldn't even watching it. But I just saw the videos and all the it's well, I think we it was a tie with Poland, I remember, but and this guy that well he made a good I don't know how to say that. It's just well he didn't let that one of these the other team beat us practically, yeah, and win about it. And so that's it. I don't follow the soccer. I'm not really a fan of about it.
Okay, no, neither am I. But then my daughter came up saying, "Well, the way you like basketball, I like soccer." And I say,
Mm.
God, she got me there. Because, in school, today we went to a kids' party and all the boys were playing and all the girls were not playing except my kid, my girl. She was playing. I don't know why I think she likes it because she knows that I hate it or something. No, but I think she genuinely likes the sport as the sport. And now with all this party around the World Cup, children they get enthusiastic about it. You know, they
Yes.
get better. But have you heard about the story of this new Qatar behind the scenes, like who built the stadiums and everything, because there's 3 million people living there and 1 million people came for the World Cup, you know so that's incredible. And who built this? They said people from other countries,
Yeah, that's
slaves.
that's that's what
Yeah.
I've read about the dirt Every all the dirt behind the scenes is it's amazing, man. Like
and it's hot.
the working
They were
yeah,
building it in under 50 degrees. You know, so now Celsius. That's crazy. You know,
hundreds of people in really really small places with no hygiene, with no
yeah.
uh,
I think all these things are coming down for some reason. It's the last years. Probably not. I don't know about the Olympics, but these other. I don't know. I think that they're, and the next
uh,
one is in Mexico. I want to go because my daughter wants to go.
right.
God help me.
It's
Anyway,
Mexico, USA, and Canada. I think the trio will share
yeah.
the tournament.
I think the first
Yeah.
round will be in Mexico, the second rounds in Canada and in the States, and the final somewhere in the United States.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, Nathan, what is it? What is that you wanted to ask me about my wisdom?
Mm,
No.
why you just
le-
left? Well, in the meantime, um, is he? Well, is he backstage because I'm full screen?
Oh
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Go ahead, go ahead. I just went back a little.
About Qatar or
Now about your question you want to bring up.
oh, it wasn't a question per se. It was just something I brought up that I saw this post by some Facebook contact I have. I don't know. I don't really know why. And she was sharing this opinion, this post about some psychologist from Uruguay or something.
Mm,
Okay.
But he's one
yeah.
of those grumpy old man that insists that younger generations are stupid, and uh, and he was talking about parenting, and he was saying that it was sad to see how parents are now limited by stupid laws when it comes to educating children and correcting them. And pretty much what he was saying is that it was sad that many of the things that you could do to put your kids in, right on track are now illegal. And I was just like, well, what's illegal? Beating up your kids. So this guy is pretty much advocating for beating up kids. And for me, that was just crazy because, I saw all of these comments from people saying, like, oh, yeah, we need more thinkers like you. You know, we're losing the good old values, the good old family values. You can't beat up your kids anymore because of
Well,
the progressive mob and stuff. And now I just thought that was. What do you think about it?
no, because look, there's many levels. As humans, yes, we are the same. We can all, well, not all, but we can have babies, right? That makes us humans, blah blah blah. Okay. But besides a few, things, really, we're very different. We're really very different. And yes, some people don't know the difference, don't have the criteria. So these laws are to kind of equalize everybody's actions, you know.
Yeah,
But yet
yeah,
sometimes they would limit you because I don't know if hitting your kid per se is bad or wrong. I think if you just ask me like that, I would say, do I just have that information to make a judgment? All right, yeah, it's wrong. Okay, and that's how laws are created, just by a general really idea, and then maybe another secondary law to make more sense into specifics, and then minimum laws there, and maybe other type of laws, and then this guy will say, okay, I think this is good or this is bad. But that's too much of paperwork, right? When you're trying to educate your kids, no, it's a constant game. It's like driving. You don't have time to to think of all the rules of driving all the time. You just gotta, be at the moment and be safe and get your family safe to wherever you're going. Okay. Sometimes hitting your kid, in some cases, might work. I'm not saying for my kids would. I'm not saying for your kids would. But I'm not saying for nobody would ever work, because you never know what your kids are going to react like, you know? And, maybe they're 13 years old. To me, one day, they only, my dad never hit me, but one day he did. I was 15. I threw a dish on a plate on, upon him. Oops. Hello, bro. I think, yeah, we need to mute you. He's there. Just mute him, and it's okay. Yeah, because you don't have headphones anyway. So
Okay, okay, okay.
I tossed a plate. It didn't hit him, but it hit the wall, so it crashed the wall. So he covered. My dad knew how to punch. He knew how to fight. You know, so he just went like, oh, I was as tall as he was. But I was young. I was probably 13. But I was tall. I mean, my dad wasn't that tall. So oh, really? For boom, and he just hit me. I cried like a little girl. That's the only time he hit me in his life. Really. I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm saying he's right. I learn my lesson? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I always respected
Okay,
my dad.
yeah, but
Ever after that.
what I mean, yeah, let me put it this way, because this is what I thought it was
Look at
crazy. It
Oscar.
was why. What are you, Oscar? By the way, happy birthday, Oscar. Oscar, you're 40, 41, 42. How old are you now?
Actually, I was celebrating my birthday, but this has sent me the link, so I just wanted to say hi.
That's
Oh
what I
man.
that's what I just said. How old are you? Don't dodge the question.
Sorry, what was
40,
that?
ah, 40 what? 40 what?
I'm 40. 40 again.
48.
40 again.
This is not the picture I want to show you, but okay.
I just turned 41. I was
41.
supposedly born at 9 p.m., so I'm still not born.
Okay.
In 15 minutes, I'm born.
All right. So I'll be congratulating you in 15 minutes
Thank
then.
you, bros. No, I just wanted to say hi because Nissan sent me the link, but I was drinking licuachela.
Yeah.
Cheers, happy
I
birthday.
wanted to have the spirit. I did it.
All right, man.
All right. Cheers.
All
And I
right,
wish
bros.
you had headphones, but I wish you the best, bro.
Bye.
Peace.
Happy birthday. Bye.
Good.
Good old Oscar 41. So yeah, what I was saying is that like this is what I think a post like this, and coming from a guy who is supposed to be a public figure, a psychologist, like somebody with academic credentials to be telling people how to behave. This is what pisses me off the most, because if it's like some YouTuber, like an influencer, who finished middle school and then he got rich by uh, being funny. Okay, like some people might take their words seriously, and many other people hopefully not. But this guy, that's what he does. So anyway, what do you? Let's suppose like one of your kids, she does something, and you feel like you need to punish her,
Right.
right? Like like in some manner. What would you have to do to get in trouble with the law? To
Okay.
risk going to jail.
Oh no, no. In nowadays, just putting your hands on them, just hitting them. Now
I
it's in the law.
I really don't think that spanking or slapping your kid will
Oh yes,
will
baby.
imprison you. I
if
will fact
if
check
you
on you.
in some states it is. I
Which
mean,
states?
look for it,
This is
Google it.
ludicrous. I'm gonna do that some other time, but I
Oh
think
yeah.
that's ludicrous.
So
I really
if you
don't think
find
that's true.
a lawyer against you going really hard on you, oh yeah, they can take you to jail for just spanking your kid. Hell yeah. Richard is a lawyer. Maybe he can mention something. Not a family lawyer, but
Richard, does this
Yeah, yeah. I don't. Well, I don't have a legal ground to. The first thing that I have to say is I don't have any legal ground to sustain my case or to sustain that you are wrong or you are right. I think it's well, maybe you are right because nowadays there is a call that it's I will say the translation of the raw translation of it that it's violence in the family. That's violence intrafamiliar. There is one of these terms that it's all legalized that is very that has been in stipulated in the laws. So, well, maybe if some lawyers, I think it's just my personal opinion. It's not based on any law that I'm not of. But maybe if you can prove that
fracción cuarta
you
del
are
artículo 105. I look for it. I googled it.
of which
El
law,
Senado, el Gaceta del Senado. What law is that? Código
it's
Penal
just
Federal.
yeah, well, it's but what it's
Maltrato infantil is bla 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 bla.
yeah, exactly. That's what I will say.
Quienes tengan.
Because maybe it depends on in every state, but maybe if you can I don't know you can how to say you can say that yes, one little spank it's just it's a family violence or that's something that it's damaging psychologically your kid. So maybe you can say that, and maybe it's a felony, it's a crime, it's a crime.
Culturally, it
Maybe
doesn't
you can learn.
happen, but on the
Yeah,
law, that's how it is. I mean, it in fact never happens. I mean, that's the way it is. However,
yeah, but you
I
have to prove it as well.
right.
It's not just you have to prove it. It's just I don't know. It's just
That
something that's not very. It's just it's really yes. I think you're right. We can see that, but for the first time, it's just a federal law. We have to see on the local laws of every states. We have
But
such
imagine
rule.
this
We
idea.
have something stipulated.
I
Yes.
I am a woman, and you are the father, and we have a kid, and you take the kid, and you hit the kid. When he comes back to my house, oh really? You're
Yeah.
going to jail. You're going to jail. I'm an angry woman, and using my law, the law against you. Yeah, you
Well,
might go
but
to jail.
what's your evidence?
But I could also
My kid,
let's say you're my wife and I take the kid.
ex-wife.
I could let's say I'm your ex-wife and I take the kid and I don't touch him. And then I bring him back to you and you say, "Oh, you hit my kid." It's the same thing.
Yes.
Right, right, right,
Unless
right, right.
unless the kid is all beat up, with a black eye and marks in his body.
So I can go
Exactly.
to the police.
Exactly, because there's evidence, which is my point. What would you have to do to your kid to get in trouble with the law? You would have to beat him up, There would have to be some evidence. And if there's evidence, like if you gave your kid a black eye, I mean, come on. Like, that's a stupid law that is just limiting you to, like, you should be able to give your kid a black eye because, he went too far. That's because
that's
that
what
was
he
like
meant.
yeah, that's what he meant. He was telling people in Latin America that was a problem. That we shouldn't have these stupid laws when You beat up your kids and now you get in trouble with the law. Yes, motherfucker. I mean, sorry. Yes, I mean that's the point. You should get in trouble with the law if you beat up your kids.
Yes.
At least,
Okay.
at least if not if you go like, eh. No, if you beat them up, you know, hard enough that there could be evidence for you to go to prison. That's what I mean. And
Oh yeah,
this guy was being like, oh, you just can't beat up your kids anymore. Like, what's happening with the world? It's that attitude that I think it's very very dangerous from people with credentials.
With credentials.
I
Yeah.
think it all depends on the age of the human, right? I think for babies, no. For toddlers, no. For kids, oof, you need to be careful. You need to be careful. You know, even spanking, you need to be careful. But it might happen. I hope. For
Yeah.
teenagers, whoa, for teenagers might be hard. Might be hard because they are almost adults, and once they are adults, I guess that's it. No, we finished this problem. But until they are teenagers, ooh, ooh, I've seen some teenagers that do deserve a smack. Oh yeah,
Yes,
I
exactly.
think like a few like that. What I was saying at the beginning. Sometimes they think they're entitled of some respect that they don't give first. So they want to be paid with respect, but they don't like to pay respect. So in this moment, life, I mean, thank God would be only your dad or your mom. Sometimes life will smack you in the face, you know? Like if somebody didn't tell you don't go up the pyramids, don't respect the law when there says don't go up, don't cross the line, don't cross the line. That's it. You
Okay,
know?
yeah, I do that. I do get that point. I mean, I've told my kid straight up, you know what? Like you feel like you can talk to me like that, but you want to
Yeah.
go out there and talk to people like that, you're gonna get beat up. Like it's
Right.
not it's not gonna turn out as you think it will.
So
And I
Yeah,
think,
sometimes, no.
well,
they need to be aware of the consequences. Yeah, I do tell them like, yeah, I'm your dad and I love you, so sometimes I let you get away with things, but you want to do that out there? Nah, it's not
Sorry,
gonna
Richard,
happen
what
the
is
way you
it?
think.
no, maybe it's a controversial opinion, but I think that parents, uh, they really are entitled to once in a while just, um, I don't know, just a spank. I don't know, maybe just um, physically punishment, not
Right.
really to cross the line or yes to make a really injury. But I think that I don't have teenager, but I was a teenager and I remember some. Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. I think it was. Um,
You were once
I
a
think I just
teenager.
yes, and I think that I sometimes I just deserve that someone just give me some
Yes.
yes
Smack a
because
whoop in. Right.
yes because I need it. I know that their teenagers are really hard, really, really difficult. Yes, kids are really sometimes are really complicated. So it's something that they won't hurt them, and it's something that it won't leave any physically or any psychology scars. I don't think so,
Okay.
but I think that's my opinion,
I
and
personally
yes,
don't
yes,
agree
I
on
think
that.
they're
I personally don't think you should hit your kids when they're kids ever, because usually they
what?
are triggered by something you caused, you provoked. No, it's something you put in them. I think
Okay.
it's your, because sometimes at a certain age, especially when they're really young, every single action depends on something you program or misprogram. I mean, and when sometimes we trigger their actions, like they did something, like if they drop something, I don't get mad when they spill something. My wife does, but I don't. When they spill something, I spill things sometimes. My coffee on my computer. When am I gonna get mad with my kid because she spilled something on? I don't get mad for that. And like what else? When they do something stupid, like they get themselves in trouble, like I might react. I might want to react. You know, what I really
Yes.
bad react is when they yell or they ow and they don't stop. But then I found out that was my fault. It was their reaction to something I ignited. I started
Yeah.
something that ended up on my kid having a tantrum. Really, really. I mean, I know we need another hour to explain this. But that's a thin line between this guy's crazy and maybe that's what it is, because of course they are little monsters. That's right. Yes, but at the same time they are programmed by us.
Yeah.
You know,
Uh-huh.
whatever they do till a certain age, sometimes parents have a hard time knowing when it's over. you know so we as kids eat too, but when they're kids, boom, they're growing, they're nice. But once they become, I don't know, when they have the body to take up a whoop, I guess if they want it, you can give it to them. Yeah. Not when they're kids. Not really. It's like dogs. You don't hit dogs. No, nothing.
But
Nothing.
one question: how do you? I was asking you both as parents. How do you manage that? That's, I don't know. For example, if you are in a public space and your kid is just yelling and I don't know, maybe it's just acting like he or she is really a spoiled kid. How do you manage without I don't know, being so rude or not just spanking? I don't know, because when I don't have when sorry, when I didn't have kids, or I just get mad because everybody was hey, please go and don't do that, and just and I don't know, just very passive reaction, that just very patient attitude
I
that
love this
with
question. I'll be right back, but I
with,
love this
with
question.
their kids, and they don't do really really strong reaction that they in order to they stop, so
Yeah.
now as a parent, I wonder myself, how can I manage this? How will I be when these
Was the
situations
right thing
show?
to do.
Yes, exactly. How can I react? How can I manage this situation? Because it eventually it will happen. It will be happen. So that's my question to you.
I found
How
out
do you
that
that?
that kids and adults and everything
Yeah.
act, and everyone act according to the moment,
Okay.
right? Like in only in certain cases people uh, think of what they're gonna do and they do it, but that's a different story. But usually we react at the moment. So if we focus on something, that's what we do. If we lose focus on that, you can once I was hurting myself. I hit myself. And then I received a call and about money, and like, oh yeah, and I forgot about my pain. I just in the moment I acted differently, reacting
Mhm.
towards what was going on in my head. If you know that when your kids are doing that, is because they're so focused on something. You know, if you focus on that something too, oh no, it's gonna be like they say yes and you say no on the same matter.
Yeah.
It's a
For
never
the
ending
reaction.
story right there. So What you got to do is just change the movie. Well, what I do is I just change the movie. Hey, woo, look at this. Oh, you know what? Or
Okay.
something crazy. Like you have, a whole,
100%.
options,
Yeah.
a whole variety of options on
Oh
how to
yeah.
distract the kid
100%.
from
Okay.
focusing on that.
From
If,
okay.
however, sometimes that wouldn't work if you don't know how to manage it, right? Like at the beginning, at least I have two kids. The first one was harder than the second one. The second one I understand a little bit better, right? But the first one, ooh, I
Mm-hmm.
had trouble, And then if that it didn't work, I would just grab her and get the hell out of there, and probably do the tantrum, but in the car. And we're out. I'm not even, I eat my stuff because it was my fault. I don't want to let everybody just pay for my dumbness at raising kids. No, I just gotta, I just gotta pay the consequences for not knowing
Yes.
how to deal with these things, for not reading, for not watching videos, for not whatever, asking people, what to do. But once you do it, you can act more calmly. I think the youngest kid is, you know, sometimes is uncontrollable, you know, but I know that if I don't lose my mind, I can control the situation a little bit better. But if I lose my mind and then I get to her level, oh no, we're lost. And then I might start becoming a child, and then I might
Mm,
start looking at everybody else, and that I'm I'm froze. You know, I
okay.
just froze because I can't do nothing because people are looking at me, and I just smile. And while I'm smiling, my kid is crying the hell over her lungs, and I'm just blocked, totally blocked, ignoring the situation. Because I got nervous. I got. But if I eat it like that, all right, just relax. Hey, look, from a toy, from a candy bar, from another situation, from look, hey, ooh, ah. Ah,
Yeah.
that would be crazy. That would be blackmailing. Oh my God, it hurts, or something. I wouldn't do that. But you have, a lot of options.
Yes.
But yeah, maybe Nissan has the
Okay.
last comment.
Yes.
Yeah, totally. Like when they're at least when they're toddlers, that works like a charm. I mean, not 100% of the time, but definitely they are like in this movie, and they start playing this game. They want attention, so they start yelling and bawling
Yeah.
but you can't play their game. They're infants. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you just change the picture. You're like, yeah, 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 yeah. You're like, oh yeah, 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 whatever. Yo, look at that. Yeah, I mean, if you just distract them from whatever they're focusing on,
Okay.
that I 100% agree with that, and it works like a charm when they're toddlers. Also, you gotta be aware of the fact that they if they see that works and they get what they want by pulling a
My
tantrum on
friend.
you,
Yeah.
you're messing up
No,
because that's
that's
because
another
because
problem. That's another movie.
you have to do the opposite. Like they want attention, just don't give it to them, and they'll realize that it's just not working, so they'll
Okay.
try to find other ways, and that helps them, in problem solving skills. Even if they're toddlers, they are already developing problem solving skills. Now, my final comment is this: it comes to a point when that doesn't work anymore. When they're like 7, 8, 9.
It's a different story.
Nah, that doesn't work. It's a different story. So, in my personal
Personal
case,
experience. Yes.
my approach is pretty dark, man. My approach is dark. Like I go gangster on these kids, gangster. Like what's this Ray Liotta Joe Pesci movie? Goodfellas.
Goodfellas.
Like I go
Mhm.
Italian mafia on them. I think of what I can use, what they love the most, and then I
Okay.
use that. and then I use that to hurt them if I have to, or manipulate them. I'm
Oh
gonna
my
give you an
god.
example. I'm gonna give you an example.
Okay.
My 9 year old is giving me an attitude. He's like, I'm not gonna do this homework. Not today. There's no way you're gonna make me do it. And I'm like, bro, but you have to do it. Like the teacher was very specific. Like this homework is for tomorrow, and there's no way you're not gonna do it today. And he can give me another. He can be like, well, do whatever you want, dude. I'm not doing it. I'm just gonna play games all day. And that's when I have to go like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna throw your video game console to the trash can. I promise you that. And I make you watch me. And I
And
don't
he won't
care.
cry?
And I don't care. And I don't care that shit was like 8,000 or 10,000 or 15,000. I will do it because now you're making me
And he
mad.
won't cry?
His eyes will get teary, and
Oh no, my Toro.
he might start cursing at me. You're gonna do that? You hate me? So you hate me? You hate me that much? And I play cool, man. Like Italian mafia style. I'll be like, no,
You're
this will be
crazy.
this will be painful for me too
No,
because
Richard, I don't
I will
recommend that. That's crazy.
I will lose some money, and I don't like to see you suffer because I
That's
love you,
crazy.
but sometimes you do crazy things for love, and I will do it, and I'll make you watch. And you know what?
Did
If
you do it?
they if
Hey,
he does,
Richard, gotta say something.
yeah.
No, no, no. I was asking if you actually have done it sometime, that move, that cruel move.
Have you ever thrown away
Yeah.
their
I've,
stuff?
I've done it, but it's not like I am really gonna do it. I just take the console and
Oh,
carefully deposit it in the trash can in front of him, and then I just hide the trash can, and I pretend that I already
I would do it.
took the bin outside,
I
and
would do it.
I'm not gonna throw it like 9,000 pesos out,
yeah, exactly.
out the window.
I wouldn't recommend that, Richard. I'm sorry. Listen,
or, or I will hide it, and then he'll be like, and he'll do his homework, and
I
probably not do that again for at least another 3 months.
I think I'm not. I gotta play the cool dad because my wife might be a little like that, but me no, I don't play like that. I play like now. I like soccer. Now we're friends. Whatever she tells me, I pay attention to her. I play. I adapt to her. I adapt anything I have to her. So she really trusts me, and she really like. If I give her the look, if I give my daughter the look, she might say, now we've gotten to that point. It wasn't always like that. She threw tantrums on me all the time, you know. But then I started doing that. But in my type of girl, no, she would just make that bigger of a problem, you know. So no, I don't take nothing. I don't punish her anymore. I just give her the look like really, really we're gonna. And then she says, the other day she answered, she talked back at me, and I just said, "Mm." And then she said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I was mad. I was very angry. I'm sorry." And then I said, "Okay, that's it. No more. I will always love you. Whatever you do, I'll always forgive you. I love you." But you know, oh,
Yeah,
Richard,
what you
sorry.
just what you just did right, what you just say you did right there, it's a miraculous accomplishment because kids 9 year olds, if they want to give you an attitude, they give you an attitude no matter. Even if you threaten them to beat them up, they will give you an attitude. They will give you even a bigger attitude. And
Oh
you
no,
know what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean. I mean, you were a 9 year old once. So it is a very unique and fortunate case.
because
The
I
one you have.
programmed my kid against me. I'm sorry, guys. Don't do this. But I did that. I told her if somebody wants to hit you, punch you, no. Like when I smacked her and gave her a spank, I said, "Why did I spank you? Why didn't you run faster? Run! Don't don't let me catch you. You know, protect yourself." And now she might, so she might be always be alert, you know
How old
because
is she? Your oldest?
8.
And you're telling me that she never ever gives you an attitude like,
Oh no.
I'm not gonna do this, and do whatever you want. I mean, do your thing, but
Oh
I'm not
no,
gonna do it.
yeah. And she starts, no, even worse, she goes like, okay, so what are you gonna do? And then she starts crying. Don't talk to me like a monster. Yeah, all right. And then I just let her be for a little while, and then I just say, really? So you're gonna break the moment you're gonna kill an afternoon? Like, look, everything is cool. You got everything. We got because now you can talk to, now with a 2, 3, 4 year old, but with an 8, 9 year old, you can tell them, look, everything is okay. You have everything. I'm okay. You are okay. I can smile if you want, or I can give you this face, or I can give you the. I don't know. You decide. Do we really have to be mad and yelling and crying for a chocolate? Really?
No, no, but no, well, yeah, no, but wait. Let's say that she has like math homework and I don't know, history homework and geography homework, and she has to do a bunch of stuff like she has to sit
Which
down
she
for
does.
like 2 3 hours,
Yeah.
and you give her that speech like, oh, see how beautiful life is, and she'll go
I no no
and
no
she
no
go,
no.
oh yeah, you're right, Dad. I'm just gonna sit down for 3 hours and do my
I
homework.
know. Don't do it. I've been tired. Actually, I'm tired right now. But I'm going to I'm going to work. You know, let's do something. Let's just watch TV. You and I right now. Okay. I don't work. You don't do your homework. But Saturday we're not going anywhere, huh? Because I don't got money. I don't work. I'm lazy. So you don't do your homework, it's all right. You're gonna be ignorant all your life. I'm ignorant, you're ignorant, we are a happy family watching TV. You want to do that? Okay, let's go. And we have done that. Okay. And then she's been like, yeah, let's watch TV better. Okay. Then she got me talking to her. Okay, now we're lazy. And then on Saturday we don't go out nowhere because we don't got money. We don't got nothing. We don't work. We don't have benefits. We don't work. We're lazy. Lazy people
Oh yeah,
don't get
man,
benefits.
that is the best approach. I don't want you to
Oh no, it's hard
misunderstand
work
my
every day.
to misunderstand my words, Richard. I was not saying that I do that all the time. Like I'm talking about, you know, some situations where you have to put your foot down and really make things happen, and
Ah,
the kid is like uh trying to get on your level
I
and
think your question is, what's the craziest thing you've ever done? Yeah, and if you ask me that, one day that she didn't want to pick up all her toys, it was about 2, 3 years ago, huh?
right.
She just said no, and then she started crying. Yo, but they were I put them in a box. They were nice and sorted out, and then you put them all. You play with every single one of them, and then you don't want to pick them up. Who's supposed to pick them up? I'm tired. Your mom's tired. Crazy. Oh no, you got 5 minutes. Don't pick them up. I'll throw everything, and I did. I got one
Yeah,
of those Costco bags. I lost money and then she was without toys for a
exactly.
while.
You don't do that every day, but that's what
Mm-mm.
you do when you get to a point where you have to get things
A
done.
once in a lifetime,
And
yes.
yes, yes, exactly. Yeah, yeah. I don't do that. Yeah, I've probably done that. Throwing the Xbox out the window thing, like probably like three times, and he's like nine. So,
It's worth
and
it.
yeah, but honestly, yeah. I mean, Cam's got a really great point. Sometimes, having conflicts with your kids is just not worth it. Like for homework or for picking up stuff, I'll be like, man, you know what? I know you don't want to sit down like for 3 hours doing homework. Like, what do you have to do? Like some cutouts, and you gotta paste them on your notebook, and then you have to copy some stuff like mechanical stuff. I also think that's stupid. So I'll help you out. So instead of sitting down for 3 hours, we'll do it in one. I'll do it with you. And then you just can go. And sometimes I've been like, you know what? This homework right here, I don't see how it's going to help you become smarter or a better person. So you can just get out of here. Just go play video games. I'll do it for you because it's stupid. Like sometimes I will do that because
Okay.
sometimes some of the homeworks they're supposed to carry out are not are don't make any sense.
And
So
I tell them, don't do them. But my wife always
right.
wants to do them. But I tell them, no,
Oh
don't do
yeah,
them.
right.
And right there, like the other day, she had, it was unanswerable. Like, where's the answer? I myself read
I
it all.
know
Where's the
exactly.
answer for
Oh,
this question? So no,
I
and I
know.
said, now you go ahead and write down. I found answer number one, but I didn't find answer number two. I did read it. I just, go ahead and do it. Sometimes it's just tiring. Is Yeah, I know what it is, but I think this is wrong too. But sometimes I blackmail them, or sometimes I throw it on their face, especially to my dad daughter, because sometimes I tell them, well, before you woke up, I was already up, and after you go to bed, I'm not going to bed still. So do you think and you're young? I'm old. Don't you think I'm tired? You know, when was the last time I was out playing in a park with my friends?
That is
When was the
so.
last time?
That is. I don't know if Mexican. I was gonna say that is so Mexican, but maybe that's a very Latin American thing to do. No, like blackmailing your kids. Like, I bust my butt for you, and
Yeah,
this is how you pay me.
not exactly like that, but yeah, making her know that we are a team.
Right, right, right,
So I gotta do something. They gotta do something. You're a little baby, but that doesn't mean you're stupid. You're just a little
right.
baby. And you're gonna stop being a baby very, very fast. So, and you're a kid. My kid is almost my wife's size now, and she's only 9. So kids grow really quick, and once you notice, they're already adults, I guess. Or something. So yeah, it's an everyday thing. But it was cool talking about it. All right, guys.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
See you next time, huh?
Bye,
Great to see
guys.
you guys. See you next
Cheers.
Friday. Have an excellent
Bye.
week.